Raise the wage, go to court. Industry groups are now suing Los Angeles after the city hiked the minimum wage for hotel workers to $15 an hour. Chip Rogers heads up one of those groups suing. Chip, your argument is what?
Well, it's not really even about the wage. It's about the fact that what the City of Los Angeles Council has done is they've taken the authority to enforce this new wage, and they've really just given that to big labor. Because the way the ordinance is written, big labor, if you will agree to if you'll come to a collective bargaining agreement with the union, then this wage would not apply to you. But if you don't, the wage does apply to you. So they've taken their authority as elected officials, they've essentially handed it to the unions.
All right, that's an interesting way to go about it. So not just on the amount or the wage, but how they came to that. But obviously, it has hit the industry very, very hard, or could, because that's a big jump, and everyone else rises above that. Those who are not paid at that minimum level. So it gets to be quite expensive. Do any of your members say, we might just have to pull out, just leave the area?
Well, they haven't said that yet because, frankly, they hope we win because they realize that what Los Angeles has done has gone too far.
Now, I understand
but you pointed out something
but that's a huge jump in costs.
It absolutely is, and you pointed out, Neil, what makes this doubly worse is the fact this only applies to hotels. So they've granted authority to enforce the law to unions, and then they apply it only to hotels and no other sector. It's just a terrible, terrible piece of legislation, and we'd love for them to just go back and undo what they've done, but if they won't do that, then we only have one remedy, and that's court.
What if, I know what you're saying about this did apply just to the lodging industry, but they extended it to all workers, minimum wage workers in the area. Would that take some of the oomph away, or would it still be the same thing? You are ceding ground and letting unions essentially pre-negotiate contracts for you?
Yeah, no doubt. The number one issue here is giving that authority to the unions, where the unions can say, look, either deal with us or you're going to have to pay these extreme wages. Anytime you're doing a labor agreement, it's a very delicately balanced situation. So to give them that power, it really just gets rid of the entire negotiation. So that's the most important point. But just as a matter of basic policy, when any lawmaking body says we're going to pick on one industry, that's a terrible idea.
Chip Rogers, thank you very much.
Thank you.